This will be a day long remembered. Now I am the master.
Welcome to another episode of Legends and Theories, and welcome to my review of the Watchmen show. And honestly, I think that the show it's good, but it's not great. I do think that it is well made and it was an interesting story, but I feel like some of the characters just feel like they go to odd places, and that's mainly the ones from the Watchmen comics. Honestly, Dr. Manhattan is done pretty well, and he honestly could be doing really whatever he wants, and him trying to find love for the real love without being able to have his powers in the way would be something I think you would want. And this and Doomsday Clock honestly have two completely different paths. With this, Dr. Manhattan wants to live a normal life until he's required to return to being Dr. Manhattan, and the world is, you know, I mean, not a perfect state, but it is in a state where it's not about to be destroyed by nuclear war. And on the other hand, the comic Doomsday Clock puts the Watchmen universe about to be a nuclear war as Dr. Manhattan's screwing around with the DC universe. And this is a different way. I think I do enjoy, especially the setup for Doomsday Clock more. I feel like the character's a little more on a natural conclusion for that place. Maybe not the world, because I do think that Rorschach probably wouldn't have been able to convince the vast majority of people that he was right and Ozymandias is behind everything. But I do think that, as I said, some of the characters don't feel like they're done fully correctly in this. And one of the ones is I feel like it's really odd for Silk Spectre to have taken a kind of 180 and going on the complete opposite of what she was and wanting to take down all superheroes. And I feel like Ozymandias felt a little too like classic villain and not more of the villain who wanted to do what he had to do. At least that's what it felt like for most of it until it was revealed he was trying to escape from his imprisoned planet. Because if but there were some parts where he was just like killing people for kind of the fun of it, and that still felt really off with him. It just felt like he would really do whatever it took to escape and do what needs to be done. But there were some times where he just felt like he was a little more cartoon villainy and not really the kind of like more. I can't think of the word right now, but the nihilist is what I'm thinking for. But he's not really in that kind of like nihilistic point where he's like, I need to do all this destruction to be able to save the world. And I do think it's interesting that he was brought into justice at the end, but I didn't think that that's one of the main Watchmen characters that are in it. They're doing well, but I feel like it just doesn't feel like a natural point from where they would go, especially with Rorschach and how he is taken up by white supremacists and Honestly, I just feel like that doesn't really fit with like what Rorschach did in the battles he fought. But I think that's most understandable in one because there's always groups that are taking symbols or other things that really have nothing to do with them as symbols of their power and kind of ruin them for everything else that it's used for. So that does make sense, but it just feels like a really odd choice. And going into the other characters, the mystery setup is interesting. The fact that there's sort of like two different threats with the 7th Cavalry and I don't remember the character's name, but it's Ozymandias' daughter. Those are both interesting storylines, and it is well done, but is it? I think it's really good, but I just feel like it fails on the Watchmen characters, the ones from, as I said, the comic, and that's just my biggest problem with it. But I want to know what you think. Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next episode of Legends and Theories. Thank you for watching this episode of Legends and Theories. Please subscribe, like the video, share the video, leave a comment, check out the video on screen, and may the Force be with you.